All right, students, so we've already talked about a great cardio workout for your heart and lungs, which is jumping rope. And I just finished filming that one, so I got a good warm-up. Now we're going to do some basic strength training exercises. So I'm going to try to show you the kind of the beginner version and then the more advanced version. Always start small. Especially if you haven't really been working out, start small, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself. So start light, start easy, and then gradually over a few weeks, build yourself up, all right? This strength training, you can do everything all at once on one day, or you can split it up like legs one day and then upper body the next day. I would say do each set of exercises like 3 days a week. So you can do just this whole workout 3 days a week, all right? So we're gonna start out with legs. First one we're gonna do is the lunge. Now there's a couple ways you can do the lunge. If you have a lot of room, you can do what's called the walking lunge, okay? I'm gonna start back here. Put my hands, I always put my hands in front of me like this, or you can put them on your hips, whatever. And you're basically just gonna take a step forward like a forward stance, touch your knee to the ground, and then back up to the middle. Other leg, step out and go. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. One point about this, when you step out, this front knee, you don't want it to go past your toes. You don't want to lean way forward. You just want to go straight down so it's right over your foot like this. Okay, like that. Another way you can do this if you don't have a lot of space is just in place. You can either go forward like this, step and back, or you can go backwards. You can go backwards and up, backwards and up. That hits your leg muscles just a little bit differently. So any way you want to do it is fine, alrighty? Again, I would start out, do 3 sets. You're gonna do it 3 times, 10 times each. So 10 lunges, 3 times. Does that make sense? So I can go like this.
One hour later.
That's 1 set. 10 times, 1 set, okay? Then you would do 2 more sets after that. Now, so if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can either do more, do like, instead of 10, do 20, or hold on to something heavy. So I can hold on to these dumbbells, I could put on my backpack, I could have water jugs in my hands, whatever, okay? So again, same thing. Okay, so now we're going to learn the squat. The squat is probably one of the single most important exercises for overall strength and health, okay? If you do squats regularly for your whole life, you will be healthy, strong, fit, okay? And of course your karate is going to get better too. So, basic squat, you can just do an air squat or nothing in your hands, no weights. You don't need weights for this. Of course, if you need to make it harder, you could add weights too. If I face this way, well, actually, let me show you this way first. So, what I like to do, everybody's body is going to be a little bit different, so you might want your feet slightly wider or slightly narrower, whatever feels comfortable for you, okay? I turn my feet out kind of at a 45, about ready stance position, okay? And I keep my back up nice and tall and look up to try to keep my spine nice and straight, hands in front of me this way, and I'm going to stick my rear end out, I'm going to bend my knees all the way down as far as I can go, and then back up. I'm going to push on the ground. I'm pushing with the heels of my feet, okay? So, I go down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, 10 times, rest for 30 seconds, do another 10. So just so you can see it from the side, okay? Try to keep the back tall, feet at about a 45-degree angle, a squat down low, and then back up.
20 minutes later.
That's 10. And of course, you can always make it harder either by doing more. Instead of 10, do 15, do 20. Or you could hold on to something a little bit heavy, a weight, a backpack, something like that. Alrighty, so I can just hold on to this weight in front of me here. Alright, looking up nice and tall. And I go down 1, 2. Again, I need to remind you, please, please, please start easy, start light, and over the course of weeks, slowly build up, okay? And you might want to ask mom or dad for help as well. They might know a little something about exercise. They might be able to help you, okay? But for all these exercises, you don't need any equipment. You really don't, okay? You can do them just with your body weight, okay? Even the jump rope, you don't even need that really. So, you know, just do what you can with what you got. You don't need a fancy gym. You don't need all kinds of equipment. You can just, your own 2 feet and a little bit of space. That's all you need. Okay, next exercise. We're gonna do upper body now. So we're gonna go into push-ups, all right? If you're really out of shape, there's no shame in it. We all have to start somewhere, okay? There's different ways to build up you're using your chest, your shoulders, and also your arms here in the back a little bit. That's the pushing exercise. Anything where you're pushing. It could be a push-up, it could be a bench press, anything like that. If this is really hard for you, you can even start like on a wall. You could even start here, okay? Away from the wall, put your hands out like this, and then you could be pushing yourself bend your elbows, go toward the wall, and then come back out, okay? That's it. Take your nose to the wall, just like that. Notice I'm keeping my back straight, okay? So that's even like grandma can do that one, okay? That's a real easy one. But sometimes you gotta start there. So I'll do 10, take a break, do 10 more, take a break, do 10 more. If that one's easy for you, we can do, the next one is on your knees, okay? So I'm gonna start from a standard push-up position. Feet together, hands out, right under my shoulders, not up here. It's not this, guys. It's not way out here like this. Hands under my shoulders, okay? Back straight from my shoulders all the way to the heels of my feet, okay? Now, basic push-up is, or the standard push-up I should say, bend your elbows and then straighten them to come back up. That's 1. If that's too hard, you can touch your knees to the ground, cross your arms, or cross your ankles here. But again, I'm keeping my rear end down, I'm keeping my back straight. Bend the elbows down, and there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 10. Now, standard push-up. I'm going to put my belt to the side there. Standard military style push-up. Again, arms under my shoulders. Nothing but my hands and my feet are touching, okay? Keep the back straight as you can. And we're going down and up. I want my chest to just barely touch. There's 2. Another upper body exercise that you can do is something called a row, okay? And basically this is any kind of a pulling movement. You can even do this opening a heavy door, okay? Row the door, understand? Basically you think about pulling with your elbow goes backwards. That's how you know you're doing a row. Now, first I'll show you with a weight, okay? I have a chair, I have a weight, and I'm just gonna basically kind of get in forward stance here, put my hand on the chair, and I'm pulling up. Just like that. Let me do the other side. Of course, you don't have a weight at home. That's fine. There's lots of things you can use. You could use a gallon jug of water, okay? Or a heavy backpack. That would work great. So I'm going to grab my backpack here, and basically the same thing, pulling with my elbow here, all right? There's 1, and 2, 3. Just like that, all righty? Like I tell my little nephew, My nephew's actually y'all's age. He's in 6th grade, 12 years old, and he's getting into working out. And I always tell him, don't just work the mirror muscles. Don't just work the muscles you see in the mirror, because you want to have abs and you want to have this and that. Got to work those muscles you can't see too. All right, so those rows, very important. But what are we missing? Legs, chest, arms, back. Oh yeah, the core. Basically the center of everything we do. Very important for athletic performance. Very important for martial arts training. To make it a little easier, I'll take my belt off. Okay, first one we're going to do is a basic sit-up, all right? You don't need to have anybody hold your feet. In fact, that can be hard on your back. I don't suggest that. I just get my feet on the ground like this. I lay down, just like so, okay? I like to do my arms in front of my chest here. And I'm going to set up and touch my arm to my legs, okay? Squeeze your legs together, feet on the ground. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was 15. You can do as many as you want, really. I would start with 10, and then, 10 sets of 3, or I'm sorry, 3 sets of 10, excuse me. 10, rest, 10, rest, 10, rest. If that's easy, bump it up to 12 or 15. If that's easy, bump it up to 20, all right? Another super important exercise for your core muscles is the plank. The plank is going to be working pretty much your entire core. When we talk about core, people think of their abs, but really it's everything in the middle. All this stuff here. Upper abs, lower abs, oblique muscles on the sides here, it's everything. Very, very important. So I'm gonna set my timer for 30 seconds. Okay, and I'm gonna be on my elbows and my feet. Those are the only things touching. All right, 30 seconds on the clock, and here we go, boom. Back is straight. Try to keep your back straight from your shoulders to your heels. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's a workout. Just squeeze those muscles.
2 hours later. Meanwhile.
And there's time. So, the reason the plank is so beneficial for your core is because the core muscles, they're really designed to stabilize you, to make you sturdy and strong. And so what are you practicing when you're in a plank? You're being sturdy and strong, right? So, plank, super important. If I could give you just 2 core exercises to do, it would be sit-ups and plank. That's all you need, okay? And kicking, but that's another video. All right. That's gonna do it for our full body strength training workout. We hit every major muscle group in the body. We did push-ups, which is good for your chest, your shoulders, and your tricep muscles in the back here. We did pulling, we did rowing, which is good for your back muscles. Anytime you're pulling, it works your back. Also those biceps a little bit. We hit our legs, we did our quadriceps and our hamstrings with the lunges and the squats. If you combine this with your jump rope workout, then you're also hitting those calf muscles as well. And of course, we finished up with the core muscles, those sit-ups and the plank, making everything stable and strong. Guys, strength training is so important for your overall health, your wellness. It's also going to be super helpful for you in martial arts training and any athletics that you want to do. Football, basketball, volleyball, soccer, doesn't matter. Strength training is going to be beneficial for you. One thing I will say is check with mom and dad before you start working out. And just make sure that you have permission and that you're doing it right. Hopefully mom and dad, maybe they've worked out a little bit and they can give you some advice. And remember, there is such a thing as good pain and bad pain. If you feel that kind of burning, achy sensation in your muscles when you're working out, and the next day when it's a little sore, that's a good thing. That means your muscles are getting stronger. But if it doesn't feel right, if it's like a sharp pain or anything, stop immediately. Go ask somebody for advice before you continue working out, okay? That's it. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, let me know, and stay strong.